Mm, mm. All right, party people. Mm. Got me a molasses and ginger cookie. Is it? Yeah, ginger and molasses. Bad boy, good. Every now and then I need a little, a little sweet fix. So that's what I got. Every now and then I need a little. All right, party people. Thank you for hitting the like button. Go ahead on and let your friends and family know we up here live, popping it, kicking it with each other, and got all my waters and stuff. Oh man, got my throat lozenge. I just got home about an hour ago, and now I'm scrambling to sort of get everything together. And all right, there it is. All right, there it is. I'm just trying to let some people get in, and I need to ask this thing. What is getting? All right. Okay. I need to ask a question a little bit different. Okay. All right. Um, there we go. Let me do this. Oh man. So talk to me, y'all. How was y'all week this week? I've just been busy left and right. Um, this week has been really good. Um, Let me just save this as a draft. That way I can pull it up over here. And I'm going to, all right, what you say? I just finished my first year. Okay. $100 via SnapDocs, and I rarely get a SnapDocs order. It was a last minute sent out at 5:30 for 7. Okay, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Nice. That's what this is all about, y'all. All right. Let me find this here. So we just gonna shoot from the hip. As always, it's like when I really wanna um do some stuff at end up not actually being able to get as prepared as I would like to get. But nonetheless, we're gonna be all right. So let me copy this. Let me open up a little thing over here. That ain't gonna look right. I'll just leave it where it's at. Um, Shoot, how I want to do this. Let me pull up Word. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I just got home about an hour ago. Had to do scans, get all that together, and all right. So, okay. All right, this is better. All right, that's better. That's better. All right. So what we got on? We got on been focused on the NOLA attack since January. Yep. Yep. Prayers go out to those individuals and their families. My work week doesn't start till next week. That's good, man. That's good. Didn't have any signings today, but I got 3 for tomorrow. I got 1 tomorrow. All right. Happy New Year to my man Oswald and everybody. Yep. Hit the like button, y'all. You heard Frank. Frank speaks. You got to do it. And it's we got Paulette. Can we? Ask for after hour fees from signing company. After hour fees. Now that's a good question there. That's a good one. After hours. What then after whose hours? Yours or theirs? Because if you're a notary 24/7, and Oswald, remember we had a conversation, him, Rob, and Miss Sayel was talking about this on Clubhouse a while ago. If you're 24 hours, is there any after hours? What do you deem as after hours? That's the first question. So if you got your stuff set up that from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and they're asking you 5 p.m. and you're saying, well, it's after hours, after whose hours? Yeah, it's after my hours as the person, but that's the thing. So you say you're not 24 hours. Okay. Um, that would have to be based on where you're at. Okay, again, just to get right on into the marketing, where you're at and what those people, whether or not they deem it important enough. If they don't deem it important enough, or if it's not within the scope of their budget, then they can't pay you. And that doesn't matter whether it's a signing company, title company, a general notary, whatever. The person who is paying you have to be able to. And I got your question from earlier about marketing on a website and Google. So my thing is, it's no different than when you order from a restaurant and they're like, "Hey, look, we're about to close in 15 minutes, and we've already shut down the grill." So, are you willing to pay them extra money in order for them to keep the grill open for you? Or you say, well, I just go home and cook. So if you don't have the extra money to pay, if all you know is say, well, look, I was just trying to get this smash burger and fries and a drink, for $12, and all you got is 15 to cover the tax, and they say, well, you pay us an extra five, we'll open the grill back up. I ain't got the extra five to pay you. Well, guess what? The grill don't get open back up. So you can have after hours money that you want to get paid, but the question is, does the person have the money to pay you? And you can't keep going by what these TMCs, train them into coaches, keep saying, oh, look at the closing disclosure, they got it. How does that person who's not even in your state know that the person you're dealing with got whatever money that to pay you? You don't. So I know that was a little bit of a long answer, but that's where we at. No fritter today because they all the fritters been gone. So I got a molasses and ginger cookie, or ginger and molasses cookie, and it's real good. Real good. All right, and for those of you that got questions but you don't want to publicly ask them, just email them to me to there, and I will look at them and read them and answer them. I won't post them. I display them on screen, but I will answer your questions. So let me go over here to that email, so I can go ahead on and all right. Oh, okay, okay. Somebody sent me some stuff. Okay, okay. Okay, somebody spamming somebody. Okay, okay. All right, cool. All right. Okay. All right. Now back to y'all. Okay. So if you got a question, hit it there. Man, I got you. I got you next week. All right. All right. Text me your email address so I have it, and I got you. All right. So let's go. So let me get with this question here. So how important is it to have Google, a website, Google near me marketing? Will it make me look more legitimate when they decide to look you up? Um, it depends on. I hate to start off that way. That's why I was pausing because I don't want to. If you properly design your website or your Google page, yes, it can make you look legitimate. That's the truth of the matter. I got lighting. I got a good microphone. I'm dressed. I look legitimate. Probably need to shave. Meant to shave, but I forgot. Didn't have time. But do I look somewhat legitimate? Apparently so. We got 26 people here. So at least to 26 people on this earth, I look somewhat legitimate. I got printers and all that. I got the little fancy leadership things. I look legitimate. Okay. I run around with two phones. I look legitimate. So can you use those items there to look legitimate? Yes, you can do that and look legitimate. LOOK, legitimate. You can look legitimate, okay, or look more legitimate as to somebody else. But is it important for you from a standpoint that you're going to gain business? There's a chance that, and like Jeff is saying there, it might not close the deal. You can have the website, but the question then becomes, will the people in your area that need a notary, will they find you that way? Will you be at the top of the search? And I understand the Google near me and notary near me and all of that. But after all of that, even if you are the first one, the question then becomes, will you do the work? Because what's more important is your availability. Will you do the work? If you're not willing to go out and do the work, you can look legitimate, but your actions in doing the work are suspect. So a lot of people are concerned about the appearance of having these tools, but the question is, having the tools don't mean you're going to do the job. So there's a lot of car dealerships, a lot of places you look and they look fancy and you get in there and they don't really do the job. It's more important that after you appear legitimate to the people, that you actually follow through and meet their need. And that's what we're going to talk about in a second with about marketing. Okay, making sure that we all understand what the heck is it. Oh, there it is. Marketing. Okay, and I wish I could. Unfortunately, with this AI stuff, if you ask this, you can ask a question two times to AI, and it'll give you two different answers. The same question, it'll give you two different answers every time. So so yes, it is important to have it based off of how you plan on running your business. For me, I plan on doing mostly loan closings, working with title companies, through signing companies. None of the direct clients that I have ever found me off of Google. They got me through word of mouth. Why did they get me through word of mouth? Because when I had an opportunity to do business with someone else who's probably didn't find me, and more likely they didn't find me through Google or my website, I've never gotten any work off my website. You go to griffin.notary.com. It's a website there. I've never gotten any business off of it. No one has ever contacted me and said, "Hey, I saw your website. I'm going to do business with you." I've gotten some business off of Google, but what I get more from Google is people calling me, other notaries just asking me for my prices to try to figure out what their pricing should be. But I don't get a whole lot of people hitting me up. Okay. That's where it comes from. And they get the word of mouth is because I did work for that person. I did work for this one person who was happy, and they had a conversation with somebody that said, "I'm looking for a notary." And they said, "Well, why don't you give Griff a call?" Griff went out there and did it. And a few times that I have done, the people, very few people have given me Google reviews. If you look at it, you won't see a whole lot of Google reviews on my channel. I actually did Me and my wife and my son went and did this thing for this one lady, and I asked her for a review, and she looked at me like I spit in her face. And I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. And I mean, we bent over backwards to help her and her family get this stuff done on a Sunday when no one else would come, charge her a good fair price. And when I asked her to give me a review, she looked at me like, "Wow, I don't. It's done. I'm done with you." So that's why I don't worry about the reviews personally. Okay. And see, here's the thing: every area is different. So in other areas, people like Google reviews. People like getting online, running their mouth about people. In some areas, they don't. So you just have to work with it. Okay. So let me keep going here. And again, if you got any questions that you don't want to ask publicly, shoot me an email. And it says, yeah, the website can bring business, but it doesn't mean you will close the deal. And that's the key because see, even in you have to have a level of confidence and you have to know how to communicate that you can meet that person's need and solve their problem. If you come there more focused on the money aspect, they're not going to want to spend money with you. They're not going to want to give you what they got because they're like, you don't care about me. And see what can also make you look legit on your website and your Google page is if you can show people that you care about the community that you're marketing to. If you can't show that you care about the community that you're marketing to, they're not going to want to have anything to do with you. Just like you're not going to want to have anything to do with somebody who doesn't communicate to you that they care about you. If they can't prove to you that they care about you and yours, why would you do business with them? That's part of marketing, and that's what's not being taught out here. Okay. Hey, good evening. Happy New Year to you. It says you have to drive reviews to your Google My Business, at least 10 or 20 or so, to have a good website tied to it. Having a Google My Business page does not look good. Having a Google My Business page that doesn't look good isn't recommended. And I know, and some people live and die by Google My Business. They want people to talk about them and tell everybody how great they are. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But the people who want that and who strive to get that, who actually get it, they actually do the work. They actually are good at their job. If you're not good at your job, you shouldn't be worried about that. But again, how many of us here notaries talk about what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to get up. I'm not going out. If they're not going out, then how are you serving the community? Is that that's true? Can you do the job? Doing the job is the most important aspect. So it says, good evening, Griffin Party people. Happy New Year. Dorinda KD Notices in Maryland. Good to see you, lady. Thanks, y'all. Okay, the work speeches for you. I will focus on accuracy, getting closing deal, and how I can help them. Right. That's what you got to do. You got to show them that you care. How are some how are some ways on my websites can I show care about my community? Well, one of the things you just talk about, okay, that I love the some people don't like it when I'm not structured, but here's a marketing technique. Okay, on my community tab, I posted a video from the NNA, and in the NNA video, he was talking about how important notaries are. True, we are very, very important. On your website, you communicate the benefit that you bring to people. So by having a notary as a mobile notary, I'm able to come to you at the location that is comfortable for you, whether your church, your job, at your kids' football game, basketball game, on if you do stuff online in a hospital, to make sure that the documents that you have get signed and notarized properly so you can submit them to whoever you need to submit them to. I'm available to you to help you out. In addition, if I'm unable to meet your need at that particular time, I have other notaries that I can refer you to. And this is where the notary getting together comes in at, which means we have to all agree that we're not going to take advantage of people and charging them extra fees. telling them that, hey, here are my fees up front. Here are my fees. If you really want to show them and say, we do not, like I say on my Google profile, I do not charge convenience fees. I let people know up front, with me, you're not getting charged a convenience fee. You can even say, and I don't have it on mine, but I was thinking about I just hadn't gone back to do it. You can even put on there, if you are 65 years or older, no travel fee. Or you could say 65 years or older, no, you could say um, the notarization is free. Just pay a small $25 travel fee. You see what I'm saying? That's how you show that you care. You can do that. There's ways that you can communicate that you care about the people you are servicing and letting them know. Another way is in the marketing aspect. I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I'm going to say it now. And me and a notary was talking about this earlier, about 3 hours ago. One of the things you can do is this. Like in my area where I live at, there's 8 banks where my wife works, where her cosmetology school work is. 8 banks that we can actually walk to. 8 banks. 3, 4. So one, yeah, 8 banks. 8 of them, I mean, all of them are walking distance. So that means there's 8 banks that people can go to get things notarized. Well, guess what? If people can go to get things notarized at those banks, and I'm a member of 2 of the banks, two, two of the banks I'm a member at. Well, guess what? Why do I need a mobile notary? Well, here's one of the ways you can market yourself. What you do is you go and find out from each bank. I haven't done this, but this is something you can do. And see, I'm not real big on doing general notary work, but because of my time constraints. But what you can do is this: go to the bank and ask them, hey, I'm sure you market, I mean, you notarize things for your customers, correct? Yes. But you don't do notarizations for non Navy Federal. That's one of the banks, Navy Federal members. No, we don't notarize for Navy Federal, non Navy Federal. Okay. Is there any type of documents that y'all are prohibited from doing notarizations for, even if they are a member? And if they tell you, well, yes, or you could say, well, what do you do notarization for? What are you allowed to do notarizations for a member? And they say, well, for a member, we're allowed to do power of attorneys only. So anything else, we don't do. Loan mods, debt settlements, whatever. Anything off the street, we don't do. So if you understand that from each bank, that these are the things that these banks do not do, now you craft your marketing to say at Griffin Notary Services, if you had, we understand that you can go to your local bank. So you're letting them know that, hey, up front, I already know you can go to your local bank. We understand you can go to your local bank, but we also understand that some local banks are limited in what documents they can do notarizations for you. So if you have a document and then you just list the types of documents that some of these banks won't do notarizations for, even though you may say HELOC, but Chase does HELOCs, Navy Federal doesn't. You still say it. So you say HELOCs, loan modifications, IRAs, whatever they say they don't do, you mention that in your presentation and say, we will take care of those for you. You don't have to say the name of the banks. You ain't got to do that. Okay, because then that looks like you're trying to make them look bad. But all you do is just say, we understand that you can go to the bank, but some banks will only notarize this type of document. So that means anything that's not that, they won't do. But don't worry, Griffin Notary Services got you. We will come to you. That's why my motto is coming to you is what we do. That's my business model. Coming to you is what we do. And you let them know this is how we take care of our community. How would they not give you a chance? See, this is the kind of stuff that's not being taught out here. All this, everything a lot of the stuff that's being taught is about CRMs. Now, of course, it's going to be taught now because some of them suckers, They watch my channel and then they take it and put it behind a paywall and make people pay for this information. That's why I put so much out here for free. But if you think about it from a logical standpoint, and I understand not everybody personality is thinking logical, but from a logical standpoint, if I got 8 banks in my area and I clearly understand what those 8 banks do and don't do, and then I let those banks know that, hey, okay, the reason, and you say, well, the reason why I'm asking Mr. or Miss Bank Manager is because I'm in the process of marketing, and what I don't want to do is pull cut. If you are taking care of your members for as you say power of attorneys, then I don't want to take that away from y'all. I don't know if y'all get paid to do that or not, doesn't matter. But I just want to craft my marketing, making sure that whatever you don't provide or not allowed to provide to the general public for notarizational services, that I will take care of those things. And if you don't mind, if you do happen to have, unless it's against your policy, if it's not against your policy, here's a couple of my business cards. Feel free to send any of the members, and especially if you're a bank member, if you're a member of that bank, I'm a Navy Federal member. So if you have any members of the of this bank that need notarizational services and they can't get it, and you know that y'all can't do, feel free to give them my card and let them know they can give me a call, and I will take care of them. And matter of fact, since they are a Navy Federal member, I won't charge them a travel fee. You see, you ain't got to pay somebody $800 to learn that. This is stuff, in my opinion, that if you just get out of your emotions and get out of fear and you sit back and think, this is how I can do it. That's all. So you tell me how that could not possibly, almost maybe should work. It can, but you got to give it a try. But you got to come in there right and exact. You can't come in there, yeah, you do that, and then talking all crazy and acting all crazy. Well, I'm just trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing it. You can't be like, okay, well, if you don't need notary services, I also sell Prime America, and I also do this, and I also do. Do you want to be a notary? Because we make a lot of money, and I got these affiliate links. You can't be doing all that crap. You come in for a specific purpose, and get out. That's what you got to do. Now, if y'all like that or agree with that, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. If you understand it, what I'm saying, put a 1 in the chat that, hey, yeah, okay, I get that. Now, I'm not asking you whether you can do it or will do it or should do it. I'm just saying, do you understand the point of what I'm making here? Is that if you're trying to communicate that you take care of the community, well, first of all, you got to find out what the community needs or what the community might be lacking, because they might be lacking and you don't know what's lacking until you do some investigation. And that's what you got to do. All right. So let me share this screen with y'all, and feel free to drop your other questions in there. And let me take a quick look over here. And I don't see any questions. And again, if you got questions, uh, hold on. Where's my thing? If you got any questions, there we go. All right. So let me get down here. Okay. I'm gonna just how I want to do this. Oh, here we go. Here's my highlighter. All right. So marketing principles. Okay. So the question that I asked Gemini was this: what is marketing for a business? And it says this here: marketing for a business. Get out the way. Marketing for a business is the process of creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. It involves a variety of activities aimed to identify customer needs, understanding what your target audience wants and needs, Develop products and services. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me back up. One of the items is identify customer needs. In identifying customer needs, you need to understanding what your target audience wants and needs. Developing products and services. Creating offerings that satisfies those identified needs. Now, just those two things alone there. Where's my? I got to zoom this in just a little bit more for y'all. These two things is not happening for most notaries. You don't understand your target audience and what they need, their wants and needs, and you're not creating offerings that satisfies those identified needs. That's a part of marketing, okay? What you have to understand when it comes to marketing, when you do a business plan and you want somebody to loan you money, the first thing they ask is who's your target audience? And what products and services do you have that those people will want? Which means then you have to know the business. And if you don't understand the notary business and you can't communicate the knowledge that you have of the notary business to that person, either verbally or written, they're not going to loan you any money. And if you understand the notary business and what a notary is there to do and not to do, you can then communicate and craft your marketing to let people know I can meet your need because here's what a notary does, because they may not fully understand what a notary is doing or should be doing or can't do. So you can market yourself from the standpoint of informing them here's what a notary is to do. You can do a video that you put on your website to explain briefly in about 3 minutes or less what the role of a notary is to the community. And note what I'm saying to the word to the community. So, hi, I'm Stephen Griffin of Griffin Notary Services. And a notary public is here to serve the community that they're in by ensuring that their documents are properly notarized to prove to the receiving party that nothing has been done fraudulently. Our role is to ensure that you are who you say you are and that you're signing that document or that agreement without being coerced of your own free will. So if you have an agreement, a contract, or something that you want signed by another person, I will take that document to them for you and ensure that that is who they say that they are who they say they are, and that they signed that document of their own free will. And my notarization is proof that that was done in accordance with the state guidelines. You can't, boom. If that made sense, put a two in the chat. Okay, put a two in the chat. If that made sense, put a two in the chat. You ain't got to pay somebody $50 a month to learn this. I'm giving it to you for free. This is basic stuff that I believe most of y'all, if you just get out of your emotions, calm the heck down, get you a cookie, and just think, and you'll be able to do this. What do you think about marketing the new business, like giving a welcome package to the car, postcard, a welcome package? So identify to me what's going on, Q. Identify to me what would you want in a welcome package from a notary in the chat. What do you think if you were a car dealership? What do you think a notary welcome package should be? What should be in a notary welcome package that will make you say, "Hey, I want to use this person"? What items do you think you need to be in there? Okay, and I knew what you meant by yeah, yeah. I know, like going to small business events. Okay, And like Q said, a trifold and a business card and keep it moving. And all honesty, that's really it. But you got to think about what would they need? A real estate agent. Keep in mind, at most networking events, and me and Oswald had a conversation about this. At most networking events, they're trying to do what? Get a quick drink on, get some free food. Oh, I'm sorry, get some free drinks on, get some free food, have a little downtime. Whoo, maybe meet somebody, maybe not. Just network a little bit here and there because it's not really a whole lot of deep networking going on. So you can't give them too much. Now, if you want to have a package of information, maybe you have it set up where they scan a QR code off your phone and then they get this information. Pens, tissues, okay. Again, at a networking event where people trying to get lit, okay, let's just be real. They depend some of them, all of the pens, paper, because the question then becomes, is that actually necessary for a notary? They have a pen, and see, then again, you got to make sure the pen is going to work past 3 weeks. Because some of these pens we get off of these little sites that put this up, it's cheap. Okay, I've experienced it. That's why I'm bound. Pens, tissues, post-it notes. You can try it, but ask yourself, a person really wants to be able to get access to a notary. I would give, like on my card, and my motto says, "Coming to you is what we do." They read that. Oh, you come to us. So we got a notary that we know that'll come to us. All I do is give them my card and I make sure they understand. I got you. When you need me, give me a call. I'm gonna find a way to make sure we get you taken care of. I'm gonna make sure I accommodate your requests for notary services. That's all because I'm trying to reduce the amount of money that I'm spending because you don't have to spend a whole lot of money in your marketing. Because see, in the talking to them, here's where this is where I need to know from them, understand what your target audience wants. So at a networking meeting and you're trying to market, well, what is it that you look? I ask the question, if you need a notary, what are the three things you need from a notary? Most of the time they say availability, know what the heck they're doing, and can do it right and a fair price, or a 4 point of fair price. Okay, so what do you consider a fair price? I said because in Virginia we can charge up to $10 per notary stamps, and I charge just a small $20 travel fee. Do you feel that's fair? Oh yeah, that's fair. Okay, well when you need, well you got fair pricing with me, and then now we just have to coordinate everything else when I can come and get you taken care of. Boom. So I know what you want. Boom. And now okay, that's what you need. Cool. And now create an offering in which I will make sure that needs gets met. That's your marketing. It goes on and says here, communicate information, effectively convey the value proposition of your products or services to potential clients. That's just what I did. I just communicated that Griffin Notary Services is available to you. We also do stuff online. So if you want us to be on, meet with you online, or you may have a client that is unable to come to your office, don't worry. I will go to them. You can email me the documents. I'll print as well as, or I can come to you and pick the documents up. And then if you want, I can do a quick scan so you can see that it was done correctly and then bring you back the documents. I just communicated the value of having me, that you don't have to worry about it. One of the ways that I communicate value to people when I'm marketing to them, especially attorneys and funeral home people, because there's funeral, they need things notarized. I said, I recently did a closing. The funeral director was like, we was having a good conversation. And then as soon as I said, well, if you need a notary, oh, I got notaries already. I said, well, sir, I said, I'm not talking about taking any business or opportunities from your notaries in-house. Oh, we don't pay them, they do it for free. I said, I get that. I said, but I don't think you're sending your notaries out in case your clients can't come to you. Or no. I said, so how do you get them taken care of? If you have a situation where you need something notarized and you don't have insurance to cover your employee driving and potentially getting in an accident trying to get to so and so to get it done, I said that's where I come in at as an independent contractor. I can go out there. Everything is on me if I get in a car accident or what have you, which more like I'm not, but just in case something happens, that's on me. It's not hitting your insurance. It'll be on my insurance. So I can go get your client taken care of who may not be able to make it here, or you may have a funeral arrangements and the person who needs to sign is in another state and they're under duress and they can't find a notary. I can be the notary and I can meet them online. I just communicated the value of working with me. How hard is that? That's not hard, but you got to do it confidently. You can't be shaking and nervous and worried that they're going to say no. If they say no, they say no. He might say no, but guess what? He knows now this is what that guy can offer. And then he comes across somebody else who might need me. And I'll be like, hey, no problem. But I did communicate. So I communicated the value. Then it goes in and talks about managed logistics and distribution, ensuring your product services are delivered to customers efficiently and effectively. This is all basic marketing stuff. If you can make sure that you have your logistics together, always got paper, always got toner, always got um, a drum and all of that kind of stuff. Make sure my scanner works. Phone always charged up. I always got ink in my stamp. Always got pens, clipboards. Always got additional notarial certificates printed. So that way, when I get called, I can go. I'm always ready to go. No matter what time of day, traffic, okay, I know how to get there. Where you at? Okay, cool. All right. It might take me a little while because this time of day, guess what? Traffic. So I'm gonna have to loop around the back, the backwoods, but I get to you. Okay. Or better yet, how about we meet somebody? We can meet, and if you don't have a problem, instead, because if you I can meet you at this point and I can get there quicker to this point than coming to you. Can we do that? Yeah, let's do that. No problem. Or hey, can we do this online? Not a problem. Boom. So I have to be able to deliver my services or stamping in a clear, efficient manner. And I have to sit back and think about how I'm going to get that out there. You see what I'm saying? What my man Q saying. So how much money, additional revenue after you pay your bills and take care of your loved ones are you bringing in to spend a bunch of money on marketing material? Yeah, you got to think about that. You got to think about that and see that marketing, when you spend a lot of money on marketing, it forces you to increase your prices and sometimes increase them beyond what they should be for the general public. Brainstorm and don't overthink it. Keep it simple. Correct. Your value is your availability to deliver your services effectively, true, and correct. That is correct. And to be ready. That's what Sammy was saying. Keep it simple and be ready. That's really where it's at. So oops, did I have that up there? I hope I did. So, ensuring your products and services are delivered to customers efficiently and effectively. That's what you got to make sure. Then it goes on to say this here in simpler terms, marketing is how you get people interested in your business and its offerings. It involves everything from understanding your target market to creating compelling ads and building strong customer relations. This is the part right here is why a lot of people like those CRM, customer relationship management systems. And it's really about just collecting a whole bunch of names for some people and then just sending them out, just almost to the point of spamming them with stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's nice, but who is your target market? And if you look here, it says target audience, okay? Target market. Who is your target market? Who are you marketing to? Because if you're just throwing a net out there and hoping you just grab somebody, that may not always work, okay? That may not always work. That might not be the most efficient way of, oh, hold on. A sign that just came in. Oh, nope, nope. That's from my little buddies. That's from my little buddies. Mm, mm. The people that don't pay nobody. That's who that's from. It's from them folk. All right. Y'all see who it's from. Cloud signing. They don't like to pay people. They have a hard time doing that. So currently right now, I'm not I've done stuff for them, but I've been hearing too many reports that they're flat out not paying people. And I'm very concerned about that. And when people try to contact them, they're not able to get in contact with them. So, and Q is a if you want to hit somebody up about marketing, Q will get you taken care of. Hold on one second. If you really want some help with marketing, this is Q right here. That's his business. That's his website. He will get you taken care of. He knows marketing, Google, all of that kind of stuff. He understands the CRM stuff, everything. Okay. So he's he's knocking it out the ballpark. So Q was also a notary at one point. He's down in Florida now. So if you need help, Q will get you taken care of. So all you got to do is just give him a holler, and you can see he works darn near 12 hours a day, like me, 6 days a week. So just know he's a guy that can help you out. Okay. So if you need help, hit up Q, and he'll be more than happy to help you. So let's look at now. Are there any other questions concerning marketing? I mean, feel free to ask your questions. I don't see any emails that came in about marketing. So I would assume that nobody wants to email. Everybody's willing to ask their questions publicly. So let's look at this here. Let's go over these few things here about marketing. Okay. And let me just zoom in a little bit more. All right. Key aspects of marketing. Again, understanding your target audience. Who are your ideal customers? What are the demographics, interests, and behaviors? Develop a strong brand, creating a unique identity for your business. For me, it's coming to you is what we do. I'm the guy that's gonna be there for you. Whenever you need me, I got you. In the famous words of Michael Jackson, I'll be there. That's who I'm there. I can't use that. I don't know if I could use that or not. That's why I just say coming to you is what we do. So creating a unique identity and image for your business. In other words, find the area that other people aren't willing to deal with and make sure you deal with it and address it. Creating a marketing strategy, defining your marketing goals, target audience, budget, and the tactics you'll use to reach your goals. So, all of these are key factors, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to figure this out. I just typed in into chat, into what's that thing, Gemini AI, and said, what is marketing for a business? and it came back with this. Now it might come back with something different or a little different because, like I said, it keeps coming back with something different every time I ask that question. But then it said implementing your marketing plan, executing your marketing campaign across various channels such as social media, email, content marketing, and advertising. And you have to also ask yourself, you got to sort of get a feel for what's most effective for where you're at, because in some areas email works best, social media for Facebook marketplaces, and Q is really good on that kind of stuff. Content marketing, advertising, heck, doing something just a little unique where you go out there and you do, and you just try to imagine standing on the street corner with a sandwich board saying, you know, you know, notary public available for you to do your notarization, something like that. Do something unique. It's like, oh, okay, wow, that's cool. Find a way, okay? Find a different way. And then people come and they say, why are you doing that? And then you hand them a business card. Why are you doing that? And hand them your threefold flyer. Find different ways. If you got the people that, if the homeless people can stand out there asking for money, then I can stand out there saying, hey, if you ever need a notary, give me a call. You ever need a notary, give me a call. Ever need a notary, give me a call. Who say you see what I'm saying? And then be known as a street corner notary. That's a brand. You had, remember you had for years the naked cowboy. He was up there in Times Square in a little bikini thing, just it's a gimmick, but it worked and he made millions of dollars. Made millions of dollars. See, you got to be willing to get outside of your comfort zone sometimes. Measuring and analytics, okay, basically tracking the results of it. And then it goes on and says, by effectively implementing marketing strategies, businesses can increase brand awareness, generate leads and sales, build customer loyalty, gain a competitive edge. These are things that you can do. Okay. These are things that you can do. All right. But the question is, are you willing to do them? If you're not willing to do them, so you can spend all the money and time sitting in these courses and classes with these people. And some of these people, they are marketers, but guess what? They'll tell you some free stuff about marketing, but to really get to the heart of it and the meat of it, it's behind their paywall. And now you got to pay for what Chat GPT or Gemini can tell you, for what a book on marketing could tell you. You could literally just buy a book and learn what it means, you know. So let me show you an example. Where am I at? So right here, this is Gemini. So like you can put up what are the basic marketing principles for a business? And again, first thing it talks about knowing your target audience. Information right here. So let's do this here. What is a good marketing strat strategy? Hope I'm spelling that right. Oh Lord, if I'm not out. Strategy for a notary business. Let's see what it says. Again, let me zoom this in some. Let me zoom this in. What is a good marketing strategy for a notary business? It says here, define your niche and target market. Real estate focus on closings, loan closings, etc. Oh, it didn't say a daggone thing about apostilles or general notary or estate planning. but you can still do that. Legal, court documents, affidavits, power of attorneys, mobile notary, emphasize convenience for clients who cannot travel. Come on. When you gonna stop playing around and get out here and use the brain that you've been blessed with and figure this daggone thing out? See, now I'm mad. I didn't pre-do any of this. This is why I like to a lot of times do my stuff just from the hip. Just just from the hip. Okay, sorry about that, YouTube. They don't like the little finger point if you think you're trying to shoot people. But I just said this. Okay, I just said this. I haven't never Googled, never searched that phrase before. Okay, never searched that phrase before. Okay, so emphasize convenience of for clients who cannot travel. Language specification. If you're bilingual, ideal clients, real estate agents, title company, mortgage lenders, law firms, mobile, busy professional, elderly clients, those with disabilities, online presence, clear and concise, services offered, pricing, contact information, testimonials, mobile friendly, essential, easy access on smartphones, SEO optimization, online, Google My Business, claim and optimize a profile, Yelp, this, that, and the other. All of that, networking, go to these different places. And when you go there, you don't need to be sitting there with a daggone booklet that you're trying to give them or who you, all they need to know is that you are available and that you understand what you are to do and not to do as a notary. That's it. Put a 3 in the chat if what I've shared thus far makes sense. Put a 3 in the chat if it makes sense and you believe that you can implement this on your own for $0. Okay. I'm not up here asking y'all to donate nothing or hit my cash app or do what's the thing, the super chat. I ain't asking for any of that. I ain't asking for any of that. You ain't got to pay me a dime for that. But why you can't figure this out your daggone self? That's what I want to know. What I want to know is why you can't figure that out. Or are you just that lazy that you need somebody to hold your hand and do it for you? If you got common sense, you can figure this stuff out. All of the stuff is right there on how to do it. But you won't because you want to be a part of the cool kids club. You want to be in this little grouping thing, and you're spending more time in the group than out there working. You're spending more time trying to get cool points with people and get everybody to pat you on the back and give you all these awards and all this, that, and the other. But how in the world can you not figure this out? I mean, client experience, all of that. All I did was ask them simply, what is, oops, sorry, my bad. I went past it. What are the basics of marketing? Where the heck is I went past it again. Y'all know me. There it is. What is a good marketing strategy for a notary business? Eat me another piece of my cookie. Unpaid training I learned. You have to ask ChatGPT the right questions and direct and specific. Yeah. hmm hmm Ask it anything, whatever you want. Notary business marketing. I don't care how you ask it, just ask it. Comes back pretty much with the same thing. But it's telling you. It's telling you. Lady, definitely rewatch. Thank you. Thank you very much, lady. Man, this cookie good. Not better than my fritter, but it's good. How is this not understandable? Any questions? Any questions? let me pull something up for y'all over here. Hopefully I got it. Something I saw from the NNA. Let me share. Hopefully y'all should be able to hear this here. Let me know if you don't hear it, but y'all should be able to hear it. This is something they posted on Instagram from the NNA. Okay. And I agree with this gentleman here.
Increasingly, mortgage companies are insisting on in-person notarizations, despite Ron being allowed in nearly 47 states. Yeah, notaries are more important than ever before. Every expert we spoke to recommends seeing a notary in person, whether it's at the bank, Apostille Annex, or hiring a professional mobile notary. And why? Because requiring an in-person face-to-face meeting is an effective deterrent when criminals are trying to avoid detection. Because AI can't verify every person's identity with the rigor of an experienced notary who really cares about what they're doing. Increasingly more.
I hope y'all was able to hear that. I hope y'all heard that. But that's the thing. They want more in-person, face-to-face notarizations. I know many of you want to sit back and just be in your pajama pants and do online, but it's too much fraud going on. It's too many notaries who flat out don't know what they're doing online and they're messing stuff up. The training isn't there. Nobody is training notaries how to do proper notarizations. Very, very few, I would say, not just say nobody. So they're like, hey, we need to go back to face to face. And on my community tab, y'all need to go there. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna put the link in the chat here. And it's a full video from this gentleman from the NNA that you need to go look at. Whole 15-minute video here about the importance of AI. But if you need to take time out and really listen to what he's saying, it's important because notaries are needed. But here's and I'm gonna try to end it on this here with the marketing. Okay, let me end it on this. Unless y'all got some other questions and stuff, I don't have a problem hanging out with y'all. What is the concern? Again, as I've always said that I learned, people only pay you for the problems you solve, not the ones you create. So there's a problem out there of having qualified, knowledgeable notaries who will show up in person. How do you market yourself in this day and age? You let them know that you are qualified, knowledgeable, and you don't have a problem meeting in person. If you can share those three things in your profile, in your communications, in order to and letting them know that the reason why I don't have a problem going to do an in-person notarization, because that's the best way to deter fraud and to prevent it. Then if you have the tools, like those ID checking tools, the little booklet from the NNA that helps you figure, that can be a guide to help you determine whether an ID is fake or not. When you have those things, an ID of a counterfeit ID scan thing, which can cost some money, but if you did have that stuff, in other words, communicating to them that you understand your state law, excuse me, and how to go about preventing fraud from a notarial standpoint. Oh, well, if they didn't because they might ask you, well, what would you do if they didn't have ID? Well, according to the state law, In Virginia, I have to have credible witnesses. And I would have to get the IDs from the credible witness, and I would have to record them in the logbook so that so that it will state that those people were the ones that attested to the identity of the person for the signature that they're signing in. When you can communicate that flawlessly, smooth like I just did, okay, because the question is how many other notaries know how to do that? How many other notaries will be able to answer that question? How many notaries say, "Oh, I just used their birth certificate"? State law says we can't use birth certificate or vital records. Oh, oh, oh. What about marketing through your website? Is SEO really important? Should I pay? Goes can I do effect? Yeah. The answer is yeah. I mean, you can do it. You can do it. Do all right. So what I just did here, I just typed in how to do SEO for my notary business. Boom. I mean, what are key SEO phrases to use for a notary business? Might come up with the same thing, but just showing you different ways. Boom. Look at that. 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 In the way Bernie Mac was said. Look at that. I know sometimes Kevin Hart said, but Bernie Mac was the first person I heard. Look at that. Come on now, people. Come on now. Oh, all right, man. You want to hop on real quick? Hold on. Q gonna come on up here. Let me hit him with the link so he can come up here. All right. Let me email that to you real quick, man. All right. So any questions, y'all? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Let me get my email. Any questions, y'all? Come on now. I know y'all got some questions, some concerns. Info. Oops, this is the wrong email. What questions do y'all have? What questions do y'all have? Come on, email. There we go. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Here we go, Q. All right, here we go. All right. So I just sent Q the link, so he's going to hop on here with us in a moment. No problem, Zanshu. No problem, no problem. So on a scale of 1 to 10, we'll do a shorter. On a scale of 1 to 5, make it easy. Well, 10. 1 to 10. 1 being you're not confident. 5 being you're somewhat confident. And of course, 10 being you're fully confident. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, after listening to this here video, even if you're looking at the replay, type in on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you feel your confidence level in going head on and doing your own marketing right now? Is it still a 1? Is it a 5? Is it a 6? Is it a 10? On a scale of 1 to 10, looking at what we talked about, understanding the principles of marketing, the core of marketing, what it's all about. Are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Where do you feel you're at now? if you are 5 or less, I would even say 6 or less, now I need to know what what do you feel you're missing to get you to a 10, to get you to an 8? Because this is how a business owner figures out gaps in their knowledge so that they can move forward. So where do you, because if you're at a 1, if you're at a 4, if you're at a 6, the question is, what is it that you feel that is missing to take you to a 10 so that you can go ahead on and try? Now, if you had a 7 or 8, if you had at least a 7, you should be trying. To me, if you had a 5, you should be trying something. There's something you can do at the level 5. You're not at a 1, but at a level 5, you should be able to say, I can do something to market myself out here. Now, what that something is, that's what you have to figure out. Okay. It says 8. Only reason is I'm not sure about my business name, may change it. Okay. I get that. I get that. I get that. That makes sense. That makes sense. So that's the question. Okay. What up, man?
Party people. What's up,
Yeah,
Griff?
we can hear you.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you good. Yep. I just checked. Yep.
All right. Sorry I'm not on camera. I'm actually downstairs. The baby's sleeping right now, so I had to relocate.
Gotcha.
Thanks for bringing me on. I missed you guys, all of the longtime listeners to Griff and Notary. For those of you that don't know, Griff, Mathrin, and I had Notaries Unsealed podcast. Those episodes are still available. Make sure you check it out. I've been around the notary game since about 2001. No longer a notary. Actually a marketing coordinator now for a company based out of New Hampshire, but we've got an office down here in Tampa. And I owe Griff all credits due to that for believing in me from the jump. So in the past 4 years or so, I've learned a lot of self-taught, not taught knowledge. And it's definitely available for you guys out there. But I'm hoping that I can leave you guys some breadcrumbs this evening. I know Griff was going to wrap this up, so we ain't going to go too long. But I'm hoping that I can shorten some of your search engine queries and give you some just real knowledge, some real game to what works and what doesn't work, and you know where you need to spend your time and your money at.
Go for it.
All right. So when I had Captivated Notary Marketing Solutions, I worked with a number of notaries. There's a lot of emphasis when you're starting a small business on getting your website up. This is why I asked that question in the chat. I was trying to push you to bring me up here, Griff. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, when it comes to SEO, there are a number of things that you can do, and there are a number of things that you can't do. It's all really based upon what kind of website that you have. It's going to be a lot easier if you have a WordPress website because it allows for a lot more customization. But if you're working with something like Wix or a Google page or something like that, because a Google page is free, right? What's going to be your best friend in that is going to be ChatGPT. All right. Now, Griff, you've already touched on some of these things, and I think Sammy mentioned in the chat a little bit earlier to be specific. Like, you don't understand how specific that you can actually be with ChatGPT to get exactly what you want. One of the things that you're going to want to do when you're talking to ChatGPT, excuse me, is tell ChatGPT exactly what it is. So when I'm doing queries, or if I'm, building out content for a website, the first thing that I put into GPT, I got to get that right. The first thing that I put in is I tell Chat GPT, exactly what it is. You're an SEO specialist. You're a search engine optimization specialist specializing in mobile notary businesses.
So give me a
Period.
phrase I can type in there real quick. I got it up on screen, Chat GPT. So tell me
Okay.
exactly what to type.
So you're going to put in, you're a search engine optimization expert specializing in mobile notaries marketing, period. And then from there,
I'm
if
a
you're trying
search
to
engine optimization expert.
specializing in mobile notary marketing, period. And then from there, you're going to ask it exactly what you want. You could have it. Oh, no, no, no. I didn't say press enter. I said period,
Oh,
man.
my bad.
It's all good.
Okay.
All right. The next thing that you're going to do, and this all plays into SEO, the Google crawlers are crazy. You're going to say, produce for me website content, including H1, H2, H3 titles with information underneath each title. And then
With,
you can,
you say H1, H2, H3 titles
with information following each title. You can say like that. Now, if you wanted to get super specific, you could say, this is for a website dedicated to jurats. And then just press enter, and it will produce for you all of your website content for you. That's SEO optimized.
Oh, here it is. My bad. Right, here we go. So y'all see, that's how specific you can be with this. This is what I'm saying. Look, I'm not opposed to people spending money on training and education and things of that nature. But at some point in time, as a business owner, you're responsible for moving your business forward.
And let's be honest, you
And
don't have time. Like, who has time? You're supposed to be working your business,
right.
right? So these are things that you should be doing when you're just getting started and you're waiting for your commission and all that other stuff. You know, if you've got money to invest right off the jump, these are the things that you should be doing. There's a couple other points that I want to hit on before we get off here, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a website right now, you want to use your Google Search Console. If you haven't connected your site to Google Analytics or Google Search Console, you're out to sea on a raft with no hope in sight. For whatever it is that you're trying to do with Google Search Console, based upon your given keywords and what your line of business is, it will tell you the search words in your area that are ranking, or what people are actually searching for in terms of, you know, their queries regarding your line. All right. So if you're looking for keywords, you want to get into Google Search Console, and I'm sorry, I'm not on my setup right now, or I'd walk you guys through it.
I got it pulled up. I went to Google search console about it has says start now.
Yeah, you gotta connect your site to it, and you gotta do like your they have a Google tag that you gotta put onto your site to verify,
Oh,
and
okay,
then
okay,
yeah,
got it.
it's a process.
Okay,
All
all
right,
right.
but once you go through that process, Google has very good instructions on how to do it, and I'm sure if you're using Wix, if you're using Google page, they don't really, and it's really weird, but Google page, like you can get your Google page on there. I don't think that that's the best route to go, to be completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do that. Um, but you want to get your site on there so that way you can start collecting data. And this is the biggest thing when it comes to marketing. People think that marketing is about the flyers and the business cards and being at events. If we're talking about online and you're going to invest in stuff online, you need more data than anything else. That's what you need. Marketing really is about data, and you want to know how many searches are happening per month in my area for my service. That's really what you need to know
Mm-hmm.
how much you really need to be investing. So if somebody's only searching for a mobile notary in Virginia Beach, or let's say here, I'm in Tampa, but Tampa's broken down to Temple Terrace. You've got Seminole Heights, you've got Sefner, you've got all these areas surrounding Tampa. Um, you want to know how many people are searching for your service in your service area. So if you're only getting 30 searches and you've got 15 notaries in that area, you really have to start looking at how much money am I going to be making if I invest too much here. It doesn't make sense. You have to know what that volume is.
That is correct.
Okay, that's very important. Now, going to community events and stuff like that, that's great. The other thing about marketing is branding, branding, branding. If you've got your work shirt, great. If you got t-shirts, awesome. Hats, everything. Walk your brand, live your brand. Make sure that everywhere that you go, people know that you are who you say you are. Man, I started a pooper scooper business, right? So I've got Blackhat Design Company that's doing well. I got my pooper scooper business that I started back in November. I've got 5 clients now. And don't scoff at the pooper scooper business now. I've got 5 clients, and each one of those is generating $500 a month. I'm sorry, $100 a month. So with my 5 clients so far, that's $500 of additional income, and it
Mm-hmm.
takes me 15 minutes to clean a yard. It ain't nothing.
And I forgot the name of the site, and I
The
put
yard,
them.
oh, the yard scoopers.
That's it. I don't know how I forgot that.
And for that, I did magnets on the side of the car, and then I did a back window decal. If anybody needs a guy, I got a guy. Hit me up, contact me at blackhatdesignq at gmail.com. I got a guy. I got a guy. He does amazing work. He's quick, shipping's quick. Um, and I'd be happy to send you his way. He does great work. um, you know, with the yardscoopers.com, I didn't pay a whole lot of money or anything. I went back to my tried and true. And if you've listened to the Notaries Unsealed podcast, I've said it 1,000 times, Facebook groups. And if you listen to any other small business YouTube channel, they will tell you that is the #1 place to market. Why? Because it's free. Go to the Facebook groups if you want to get yourself out there. Market in the Facebook groups. Does it suck? Yes, it does. I think I joined probably about 135 groups, and for the past couple of weeks, I spent about an hour and a half a day just marketing that, and it's got me 5 clients. And I'm saying all of this to get to Facebook ads and Google ads. So I'm sure some of you have thought about it. You looked at it. You said, I wonder if I put something together out there, if I make a post and I boost it What kind of return am I going to get? Well, boosting a post is not going to do that much for you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It doesn't work as well as Facebook would like to tell you that it works. You need to get your Facebook page together. All right, there's a difference. You have a Facebook page, it's different than your personal page. Facebook pages are strictly for businesses. Get into the Meta app, and you want to get into Facebook ads if this is something that you're thinking about doing. Now, the cost per customer when you're running Facebook ads, this is why I'm telling you to get into the groups. The cost per customer when running a Facebook ad is about $120 to $150 spent in marketing for one client. That is the average cost.
To get one client,
To get one client.
you got to spend $120 in marketing and putting your name out there in order for you just to get one client.
For Facebook ads and Google ads. And Google ads is a little bit worse because it's cost per click.
So then the question becomes, if you're going to use that tool, that means you need to know that the medium that you're using to market has people on there that need your goods or services.
Right. Now, if you're going to go the Facebook ads route, it could be listen, if you got another job, if you got a 9 to 5, or if you're sitting on a pension, you got money coming in, it may be worth it to you. I will tell you this though, you need to define your audience, and Facebook does a really good job of allowing you to define exactly who your audience is. You can't just set it and forget it. You need to pay attention, and you have to do A/B testing as well. I would highly recommend doing A/B testing. If you're gonna pay for ads, do it the right way. Don't just go throwing money out. Boosting ads is not going to get you in front of your audience, the people that you're thinking are going to be needing your service. That's another, you say everybody needs your service. At some point they will, but we're talking about we want people that need it today. Straight up and down. We're trying to make money today. So if you're going to pay for it, do it the right way. If you're not going to pay for it, hit those Facebook groups, spend the time every single day, get it out there. That's how I got my 5 clients. And I've got more inquiries as well. I just got to follow up on them, man. You know, the baby got me all twisted and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that is something that I definitely want you guys to know. Don't shy away from the Facebook groups. If you want to sit at home and market and not be out there hitting the ground, being the corner notary, as Griff said, that's what it's going to take. You can't just join 15 groups. That's not enough. It's not enough. This is your business. This is your job. You need to be in 120, 150. Every group that allows it, understand what the rules are, and post. Get a nice little ad, do it, 2-3 times a week, put something together on Canva, use free Canva. If you want to get, spicy with it, you can get the premium version, and if you are going to do that, here's also what I would suggest. So that way you're not putting out so much money. Pay for a month of premium Canva, take a weekend, create 20 ads for yourself, and cancel the premium. Create 20 ads. Right? Just sit down, do the work, and then work them. What else? What else can we hit them with, Griff?
I mean, that's
another thing for your website. I know somebody was mentioning the name for their business. Big thing. if you're trying to get found in the Google search, in the algorithm, make sure that you've got notary in your URL.
Yeah, so like my business, Griffin Notary, right? That's what you mean?
Yep. Mine was Q the Notary.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you know qthenotary.com, griffin.notary.com. You want to make sure that you have notary in your URL, because that's actually going to boost you above a lot of people that have signings and stuff like that. Like we've spoken about this on the podcast. Like nobody knows what a signing is outside of notaries. Um, if it just you're a notary, put notary in your URL. Just trust me on this, please. Please. All right. You're a small business. Also, when you're doing research out there on marketing, make sure that you specify marketing for small businesses, not just business. I'm not, no shots fired, Griff, I promise. And I wish I had my soundboard up because I'd be like, oh, shots fired. No shots fired. Put small business in all of your search queries, because if you're just searching for business, they're going to be talking about medium-sized businesses with 100 plus employees, 2,000 employees. You are a solo entrepreneur. You are a very small business. You need marketing advice for small businesses. All right. So if you're searching for marketing advice for business, search for marketing advice for small business. If you're going to go on ChatGPT, search for marketing advice for small mobile notary business. All right. The information changes based on what you're searching for. And if you're trying to run your business like it's a big business and you're not a big business, you're not going to get a lot of movement.
Mhm. And see, hopefully y'all see how
Oh, what's up, Donda?
with just a simple, with just a little bit of focus.
Or Dorinda, my bad.
Hmm?
I said, what's up, Dorinda?
Oh yeah, Dorinda, yeah, that's the lady
Hey,
there. She be doing it.
hey.
I mean, this is so simple when you focus. When you just get out of your emotions, stop worrying about the money, stop being fearful, and just say, okay, what do I need to do to get people to know who I am? And after all of the SEO, this, that, and the other, chat GPT getting all that, when the phone rings, when the email dings, you got to go do the work.
Are you ready to do business at that moment?
That's the key. That is how I move. That is how I've been able to be so successful, is that I'm able to move when they call me. I told y'all earlier this week, I had 2 orders. One was at noon, one was at 4. The 4 o'clock got completely canceled. The noon one got put on hold. I'm sitting here with no other work. Next thing I know, I get an order for 6:30. Boom. I get an order. Hey, can you do this quick Ron POA? No problem. Boom. I knocked that out. I had my orders for my house inspection. Ended up doing those 3. That was $60. And then when they finally did come back with the 12 o'clock appointment, that was for 115. I actually had to turn it down because there was other things that I was already booked for. I ended up getting booked for that I needed to do that I couldn't do. One of them was helping Q out with his website stuff, because I do the hosting for all his websites and all his clients' websites.
Thank
So
you
he needed
kindly.
me to help him do some stuff. So I was like, let me go knock that out. And I was like, all right, cool. But I was willing to turn down the money because I ended up making the money on another side, and then ended up getting a buttload of orders for today, tomorrow, and next week. I'm sitting here like, man, this is sweet. So it happens, but at the same time, I'm ready to do business. I'm ready to rock and roll whenever somebody calls me. And that's the key thing. And that's the thing that's going to hold you up. If you're not ready to do business, if you're not ready to get out there, if you're not ready to make that bad boy happen when it needs to happen, when they call you, they don't care about how much E&O insurance you got and all that.
Nah, that
What
don't
they
matter.
want to know is, can you come and get this taken care of? Can you come to the hospital? Ooh, I don't like going to hospitals. Can you come to my house? Like I did video I did earlier today. I had to re-record that video because I sort of got off focus because I'm sitting there in the car. I'm in the car facing this way, and out of nowhere somebody comes, and I thought they were gonna run in head first.
You
They
about to get
pull up.
another accident, Griff.
Nah, I'm sitting here parked on the side of the road. They coming up behind in the back of these townhouses where I was at. Some dude come crawling out the fence, looking at me with a bonnet on his head, and I'm like, and some girl looking at me in the car, and I'm like, oh, okay, you picking up your boo, okay. And they were like, basically, he was sneaking out the house, and I'm sitting here like, okay,
Oh,
yeah,
wait. Oh, I'm sorry, Griff. Go ahead.
yeah. So the point that I'm making is, if you got restrictions on what time of day, what time of night, whether you drive, how all of this, it's going to interfere with you making money. So if you got a whole lot of restrictions, your all that marketing and advertising you do does no good because it eventually gets out to a lot of people who are looking for what you have to offer. And if you're getting 5-star reviews, well, guess what? Google's going to push it out to more and more people, which means
Right.
it's going to be further and further away from your base. And those people got money. They want you like, oh, well, no, I don't go on that side of town. No. I don't drive that far. No. I don't go here. I don't go there. No, you have to come to me. Then you might as well forget it. What you got, man?
I was gonna say, and it just hit me, some Google business profile hacks. Okay. I hope you got your pens out, got your paper, take notes on this. This is simple stuff. You don't need to pay somebody $150 for a course for this, right? We'll drop it on you for free. On your Google business profile, it allows you to list products for, and this is for those that are willing to go the extra mile and to do the work. Your
So you said
product,
list products.
yeah, it gives you an opportunity to list your products on your Google business profile. All right. And with each product, it allows you to give the name of the product, give the price of the product, and give a detailed description of what the product is. Now, here's the hack. Okay. If you got your website going, under each one of those, when you put in your product, it allows you to put in a website to where that product can be found. So now, if you've got your page built out, I don't know how y'all have your pages built out. It's been a while since I built a notary page. If you got your page built out, you can put a link to that specific page. So let's say you have a page for acknowledgments, right? If you went through the process that we talked about earlier, ChatGPT, you're a search engine optimization expert specializing in mobile notary. Produce, website content for me for, with the H1, H2, H3 with information. The web page is about notary acknowledgments, right? So you've got a page dedicated to acknowledgments. You can put that web page into the products. And now what you're starting to do is provide the Google search engine in that map pack there more information about your business, which is going to help boost you above everybody else. Now down here, I just recently went through this with the yard scoopers, where I had probably about 8 or 9 local yard scoopers that have been pretty well established, 3, 4, 5 years, one out here for like 9, and I'm already ranked at number 4 by providing more information on my Google business profile. And that's with one review. These people got hundreds of reviews, and I jumped over it. And that's by providing more information. So your services, list out the right services. Don't throw in a whole bunch of filler there. Okay, they can tell when you're just adding stuff in there that doesn't have anything to do with your service. Put the right services in there. You can even put in, when you list a service, you can put a description of the service. Give as much information as you possibly can. Go to ChatGPT. If you're putting an acknowledgement, go to ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, you're a Google business profile expert. Write me a description for the service acknowledgement and see what it comes up with. And copy and paste it right in there. Because everybody else's services, they're just going to list the services and there's not going to be any information regarding those services on there. But when you fill out more information, Google has more information from you to say that this business is more valid because they provided more information. That's a little hack for you guys. Do it with products, do it with your services.
This is why I say y'all can do this. Y'all can do this. And again, if you feel that you rather pay somebody, then fine. But whether you get it for free or you pay for it, you still got to take time out and execute the information. Let's just be real. Some of y'all, might as well say some of us, because I can be this way too, to be honest with you. Some of us can be lazy sometimes and slowful in implementing simple things that we know we need to do to grow our business for a variety of reasons. And I think you will feel much better about yourself if you at least learned some stuff for free like you did tonight and you failed to implement that versus paying somebody and for information and you don't do anything at all with it. So if you know it takes you a while to get your engines running and moving to do something, you probably want as much free stuff as possible. That's why I did the video here tonight, so that you can try some of these things for free that you learned for free, and then you go implement them, and then you can move forward. You see what I'm saying? Then you can, okay, I'm gonna give this a try. Because some people, let's just be real, it could take you 6, 7 months, it could take you a year before you try to implement anything, whether you pay for the information or not. If you know you are slow mover, you probably want to avoid paying for stuff that you know you're not going to implement right away.
Absolutely. Like, don't go signing up for Canva if you don't plan on doing any designing and you're paying for premium. What's that app that they show those ads for that show you all of those subscriptions that you have that you're just dumping money away?
Oh
And that's all
yeah, I
you're
know what
doing.
you're talking about.
Yeah, you just waste the money. Like, don't do that. If you're gonna pay for premium, because premium Canva offers a lot. For some, if you're not into graphic design or anything like that, it, premium Canva will give you a lot of options. It's very easy to use, great interface. Pay for a month, take 2 weekends out the month, create yourself 20, 40 ads, and cancel it.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Come on now, we ain't too proud out here. You ain't got to be telling everybody like, I got premium Canva. Don't nobody care. Just get it for what you need it for and get rid of it.
That's it.
And all of the things that I mentioned tonight, it's really geared for those that are not, solely focused on loan signing. Griff has spoken for years now about how to be successful with loan signing. Marketing for that is a lot different than it is if you're trying to get out here and do general notary work or gain some other clients outside of loan. If you want to try to go out there and gain local clients to become their preferred notary, I put that in quotations. Um, if that's what you want to do, then what I spoke on will definitely help you. If you want to get into the loan signing, Griff will tell you, keep that profile updated, be available, do good work, and don't give too much of a fuss about what they're paying you. If you're just
People will
starting
pay
out,
you.
you got to start from the mud. You can't just come out the gate shooting 40.
Mm-hmm. People will pay you when they see that you're bringing value to them. You cannot make somebody believe that you're going to bring them value just because you took 5 training courses. That don't mean nothing to them. Showing, like they say, proof is in the pudding. You actually putting forth the effort, not putting pudding, but putting putting. Proof is in the pudding, putting forth the effort. Go out there and do it. Again, approach it the same way you approach dealing with people. Somebody comes and just because they got a fancy truck on the side, it's like, okay, I want to know whether or not you really can fix dot dot dot.
Right.
And you ask and you talk to people and all that. That's why I say I don't market. Do I have a Google My Business page? Yes, you can go up there and look and find it. But what I do is I make sure I do great work and I let
That's
my
it.
work speak for itself.
That's it. You're available. You'll take it's $60 if it fits within your time.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna take it because you know what? You're gonna make that back. You'll make more possibly on the next one or the next two. Doesn't matter. You just need to keep money coming in. And we've
That's
spoken
it.
about this. Listen to the Notaries Unsealed podcast. The only thing that matters is your bottom line. What do you need every month?
That is it. And that's what I look at. I'm like, what do I need? That's why I'm doing the closing tomorrow. Do I want to sit home and chill tomorrow? Yes. But I'm doing my thing tomorrow. When I finish with this, I gotta set up a Ron session for this guy that I've been trying to get done in Japan. They said, "No, don't worry about it." Now they said, "No, let's go back to it." Okay, have to charge them more for each one of these sessions that I'm doing.
International Griff. Let's go.
And I'm talking about I'm up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning trying to meet with this guy. They, if you're not willing to do that for somebody, that's fine. You don't have to. Everybody's in a different situation. In my situation, to get the money that I need, okay, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I'm willing to do that. My wife would prefer me up at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to do a run than out there doing my little thing out there, pop locking and all of that kind of stuff. Trying to be Romy Rome. Hey there, girl, got that chunk in your trunk. I ain't doing all of that. I'm out here working and taking care of my family.
All right.
That's
Well, listen, Griff. I'm gonna hop off here, but if you guys want anything to motivate you more than anything else,
mm-hmm.
Griff was standing next to Noah on the ark, and he is out working, y'all. All right. Do not let Griff's old behind outwork you, because that's been my biggest thing. Is I can't if Griff is up working, I gotta be up working. Like Griff hit me up last night. I was in bed, baby was asleep. I was closing my eyes. He texted me. He was like, "Q, I got this going." I was like, "Oh, Griff working. Gotta get up." Man, I ain't gonna sleep last night till about 2:45 because I was still working. But do not let this man outwork you. If you're younger than Griff, do not let him outwork you. I don't
I'm
care if you're a female
57.
or male. Do not let him outwork you. There's no excuse. None.
That's right. I will work. Look, I got my molasses cookies. Mm-hmm. Molasses running through my veins. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you hop off, and then I got one last thing I want to talk to the people about, and then I'm out of here.
All right, bro, man. Thanks for letting me come up.
No problem.
Later, party people.
Yep. All right. So let's go back. So let's go back to my man Greg. I don't know if Greg is still here, but this is about the NNA thing, and for the channel members, I talked about this with y'all. I was semi heated when I was talking about it, not at so much the N. I was upset with what the NNA didn't address with this. Okay, they didn't address certain things. All right. So he said, I disagree with the NNA video. He makes the assumption that the notary cares. He even said so many UPS store notaries don't know what the role is, and any person document can easily be faked. That is the problem right there with the notary business, is that the way this business is marketed to folk, they don't talk about the care and concern that we're supposed to have for doing the business. They don't talk about that. They talk about the money. My issue also is, in one regard, the internet is saying notaries are there to help out the business owner and to show this care, and we're supposed to care about what we do. But when you look at the people who they have on stage speaking, sometimes those people are all about the money. And now, type a 6 in the chat. I'm just throwing a number out there. Type a 6 in the chat. If at any time, follow me now, if at any time you heard somebody tell you that being a notary is about caring for people and taking care. I'm talking about from these trainers, mentors, coaches out here, these TMCs, all these people pushing these training, all these people come, I'm a coach you and a mentor you. Put a 6 in the chat if you honestly know that, oh yeah, I remember the notary that when they talked about it on TikTok, they was talking about how much they care about the signers and they care about preventing fraud and they care about making sure that the notarizations are done right. I don't think it's going to be too many 6s. I really don't. I really don't. Because I've never heard any of them actually say that. The closest you would get was maybe Bill Soroka, who says the notary, their job is to be the last deterrent of fraud. That's about it. But other than that, I don't hear people, the notaries, these TMCs, talking about the fact that, oh, we're supposed to be there because we care that this transaction is done legally and legitimately. That the person who's signing the documents is who they're supposed to be. I don't hear that. That ain't what's marketed. Now, the NNA is saying that. The NNA is saying, oh, we're supposed to care. But the people who they partner with, that ain't what they teaching. And if, to me, if the NNA and these people truly meant what they're saying, and I know the NNA might get mad at me, but if they really meant what they were saying, then the signing companies, title companies, and lenders who ask us to do illegal stuff would be addressed by the NNA, because remember, we are part of their professional association, and that professional association, in my opinion, should render some type of protections for its members who are asked to violate this code of conduct or standard of conduct. So we have a standard of conduct with the NNA, and the NNA says we're supposed to perform our duties in a certain way. The lenders, title, and signing companies who are looking for NNA certified notaries are asking us to do things that violate the NNA's policy, in addition to our own state statutes. So if you're talking about caring for somebody, you got to address that. You've got to stop putting notaries in a position to where they don't spend all of this money with these TMCs to learn how to market and get business. And now the notary is overcharging for stuff. And then you got the title companies, lenders, and signing companies wanting to pay a very small fee to us. And we're like, well, all this money I spent over here and the little money you want to pay me there, how do I make this? How do I make this happen? The TMCs are getting rich off of me. Everybody else is getting paid, but I'm not. So that's why I limit what I spend for its training and stuff. So that way, heck, okay, if I'm doing a $75 signing, at least I'm not like I'm doing $75 signing, but I just paid for a $300 course. Ain't paying for a $300 course. I'll chat GPT, whatever I need to know. And I'll do that for free and learn how to do this business. He said also the speech sounds good, but the issue is that us notaries in general do not take the role serious. And that's the problem. So to me, we got to find a way to remove people out of this business that are not for real for this business. That means there needs to be some some um some roadblocks in here, or some standards that need to be set. Like notaries need to notaries need to sign an agreement with the state stating that they're not going to do improper notarizations and that they're not going to follow the advice of people who teach them improper notarizations. I think these trainers, I think everybody needs to agree on in paper, in writing, that they're not going to push information and products that aren't applicable to somebody outside of their state. If I'm in California, because there's a lot of notaries who train out of California. I'm in California. Whatever I'm pushing, it will. I'm gonna have to have a disclaimer that says, "Hey, this here is what we do in California." And if you claim that it does work in other states, then you need to provide proof. You need to show me proof that what you're teaching me will work in my state. And I don't want to hear the thing of, oh, well, that's your responsibility to figure that out. Okay, well, why don't you open the door and let me see what you got to offer? And now I can at least go back and say, okay, well, yeah, okay, you're teaching this. Let me see if that actually is applicable. But no, what they want you to do is pay for their information that may not be relevant, and then you go figure it out later. Can I get my money back? So that's where I'm at with this here. What else Greg said? He said, watch the both of it before going to lie. You be just saying that the NNA guy is too optimistic, right? Yeah, I agree. He is very optimistic. Look, that is one of the other problems. A lot of people in here are very optimistic. They're like, oh, we're notaries and we're going to do great. We're just going to go out here and just do everything the way it's supposed to be done. But when people are sitting here asking you to do illegal stuff, mum's the word. Ain't nobody got anything to say because everybody's worried, well, I don't want to piss them off. And if I do, then they're going to blacklist me. We should not have that in this business, because to blacklist me for not being willing to do illegal stuff means you're restricting me from executing what my state commissioned me to do. Come on, somebody talk to me. I'm commissioned to do such and such in my state. You so happen to have a business over yonder, and you say you need somebody over here. And I said, I can do it. You say, okay, fine, go do this. Now, the thing that I want you to do, Mr. Notary, is dot, dot, dot. Okay, well, the first two dots I can do, but the third dot, that's illegal for us to do. Well, we always have notaries do that. Okay, but it's not allowed here. Well, we've had other notaries in your state do it. Well, they shouldn't be doing it. Well, you're going to do it. Well, no, I can show you proof that I'm not supposed to do it. We don't care. Either you do it or we just won't use you again and we're going to blacklist you and prohibit you from doing work for us and anybody else. So now you're saying that I'm not going to be allowed to do work for my state to prevent fraud because I won't do something illegal that I've proven to you is illegal. Now you tell me if I'm wrong in this conversation, in this scenario, because that is exactly what is being done. Well, we need you to backdate this. I'm not legally allowed to backdate this. I can't. Well, we need it done this way. I can't. I'm legally not allowed to do that. There's state statute that says I can't do this. Well, nobody else has a problem with it. Well, we just won't use you no more. Then the signing company calls and say, hey, I know you're one of our best notaries, but we can't use you no more because if we use you, they're going to take business. They're going to not use our company anymore. So when you have that kind of stuff going on, a company threatening another company saying, don't use this notary anymore because they pissed me off by not yielding and submitting to what I wanted, even though there's proof that what I'm asking them is 100% wrong. I don't like the fact that they stood up to me. So ban them from the platform, ban them from doing dot, dot, dot. That is not right. So if you want to talk about notaries caring, who cares about us? So even if you did get 150, and see, here's the other side. Y'all got to realize all this money y'all say you want from these signing companies and title and lenders, the more money they pay you, the more they want you, they may want you to do illegal stuff. Not all of them. So I know I'm sounding like I'm saying every single one. Please forgive me. I'm just using that as a term because sometimes I just don't like saying all this, it's limited this and it's not everybody, but those who are like that, they want, if they pay you money, they expect you to do what the heck they tell you to do. They treat you like you're an employee. They don't realize you're an independent contractor. They don't understand independent contractor laws. So if you want to talk about getting a notary to care more, you then got to get the people who interact with the notary to respect them more. So if you want me to care more, respect me more, respect what I'm supposed to do, and allow me to operate within the confines of my guidelines, my state statutes, and then any association that I'm associated with, that I'm a member of, that I'm paying money to, you need to back me up. That's what the Teamsters do. I know we're not a union, but still, I guarantee you the American Medical Association, for those doctors, if their doctor is being treated wrong or somebody, they stand up. They're like, hey, let's ho. Let's find out what the issue is. But nobody is doing that for us. It's all about just shut up, notaries, and do what we say, and we'll pay you some money. That's where I'm concerned about. Hopefully, all right. Yep. Yeah. You never heard a TMC say we should have this care and concern about this business. It's not there. They don't say that. They say you can get paid. I get paid. Y'all seen the little skinny white dude that's on the front of my daggone videos? Yeah, you can. A notary public, you just sit there. A notary public can set their own schedule and make all the kind of money that they want. That's what notary publics can do. You can set your own schedule and get all kinds of pay and just that and the other. Nothing about, as a notary public, you're there to prevent fraud and to help people. Dot 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 dot. There's no care and concern. So if you've been told by every single person out here that it's about you getting paid, why are you going to care about the individual signer? Why are you going to care about the signing company, the title company, or the lender? Because the moment those three entities realize that you don't care about them, they're not going to care about you. It's that simple to me. House cleaning and standards are needed. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you there, Sammy. It said, I had a lender in the closing exchange platform ask me to backdate the entire refi pack, and the company only picked me once in a while for assignments now, and I used to get more. So that's right. Bingo. This is proof. This is proof. They will not use you if you won't yield to their demands. And that ain't right. That ain't right. So if you're talking about, and to all of you TMCs out there, and where's my thing at? Where is it? Hold on. Make sure I have it. Dang on it. Thought I had it in here. Hold on. Oh, there it is. So to all you TMCs, all this talk about unionizing and banding together to make people pay us more, we need to get band together to make people respect our state laws. You ain't even gotta like me, but you need to like me doing the fact, you need to like me from the, if you're going to like me, you need to like me from the standpoint That guy Griff, he follows his state laws. Because if I do my state laws, if I follow them correctly, guess what? It keeps your hind parts out of trouble. It keeps you, the lender and title company, out of trouble. Forget the signing company right here, because the signing company, they like, hey, we're just a conduit that just we just help you get from one place to the other. Here's the notary, here's the companies. We're just the guy in between. But the title company and lender, y'all need us to do what we're supposed to do correctly. That's why I semi like what the guy was saying in the video with the NNA. But on the flip side, you can't be disrespecting the notaries. I always say notaries are the most important, but the least powerful. Why are we least powerful? Because we don't control the money. Why are we the most important? Because we are the ones who finalize this deal to make sure that it goes through by verifying the person's identity and ensuring that they are who they say they are. And then we just boom. That's why we're so important. And I get that. But it don't give us a free passage or demand $5,000 for every time we stamp. No. But we should not be asked or forced into doing things illegally. Now, here's another thing that's going on, just so you know. For some of you new notaries, be careful, because some companies will only use you because you're a new notary, because they feel that they can influence you to do things the way they want them done, because you don't know any better. You don't know any better yet. So therefore, you're like, okay, I'll just do it. And you don't know that you ain't supposed to do dot, dot, dot. But then when you start becoming more knowledgeable, guess what? They will then turn around and stop using you. There's some companies that don't mess with me because they're like, nah, they know Griff ain't gonna go for that. And I've heard other notaries say, yeah, man, I don't get calls from this company because they know that if they use you and there's any problems, or because see, the signing company knows their title company. And if the title company is notoriously bad at doing correct documents, they already know that, okay, that notary's gonna have to do this, you know what? Nah, we can't use Griff. He'll get it. Because if there's anything wrong with the documents, anything that has to be done, or they want to collect funds or this, that, he ain't gonna do it because never mind. Let's go get Janice. She's brand new. She don't even know anything. So go get her and make her do it. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Is you say the more we chase money, we'll never be satisfied. Do this with purpose and within our laws and regulations. I don't think notaries would really like. Yeah, I don't think so. Because like I said, them TMCs, none one of them should be none of them should be a member, and none of them should be on the board. If you are TMC, if you selling any kind of courses, doing any kind of conferences, things of that nature, no, this is you need to be just a straight notary. This is all you. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Because there's a conflict there can be a potential conflict of interest. Now, if you are going to be a TMC, then you need to abide by some regulations that the group makes, and one of them is that you need to put disclaimers on your content as to the validity of what you're teaching and how does it relate to the other states. So if you're in Texas and you're teaching stuff, how does it relate to you? Remember now, I just showed y'all that did that video about that Texas notary put 65 stickies, 65 stickies on the document that I had to scan back, and I had to take off 65 stickies. We can't have people like that teaching notaries how to do split signings. I'm sorry. We can't have them doing that, double printing signature pages. We cannot have them doing that. Say a union will really cap what. That is correct, and leave no room for negotiation. That is correct. Elvis' house got saved from a predator. that's a once in a that's a one off. Because for that one person who did that, who got it right, what about all the notaries who are screwing stuff up on a day-to-day basis? And all those notaries who are messing stuff up? Because see, marketing something like that gives you a false sense of security, and it brings in other people who think of it because they're not even going to market it right. Somebody's going to take that and say, see, that notary, make it seem like that notary got paid $1,000 for doing that, or their business increased. You got to be taught to look for fraud. And then you got to be willing to stand up and say that's fraudulent. And you can't be afraid to do that because you know if you say it, you might not even get paid. So that's nice that they did that, and that's what we're supposed to do. Like they say, you don't get rewarded for what you're supposed to do. But how many notaries aren't doing what they're supposed to do? There's a lot of notaries out here that's messing stuff up on a every minute basis. So that video is good. To me, it's good from the standpoint it shows what we should be, but that's nowhere near where we're at right now in this business. We are not where that gentleman said. There are so many notaries who don't care, and y'all seen them in the Facebook groups that talking about how they don't care about these people, these companies. They don't care. All they want to do is get paid. And most notary and what's it, a lot of no people who are notaries in this business are only a notary in this business because at the time they did their background check, they hadn't caught a felony. They had not caught a felony at that point in time. That's the only reason why they was able to get in to be a notary because they hadn't done anything, they hadn't got caught for what they've done wrong to the point where they could be legally disqualified because they got a felony on their record. Because some of these folk in here are very, very, very hood, barrio, trailer park, whatever you want to call it. They are very, very untrustworthy. And that's clear. Yeah, they're doing them, they're bait and switch. And Q, I need you to put together, I meant to tell you, I need you to put together me a logo or a shirt or something about TMCs. You, me and you in sync, you know what I'm thinking. I need you to put something together for me, man. Talking about TMC so I can use that as a logo and everything. I need something. I need something. So, so any other questions that y'all have, any concerns, anything that you think that I might have missed or that I need to expound on, I'm more than willing to do that for y'all people. Y'all know that. I'm more than willing to do that. So if you think of if you got anything real quick, like, hey, what about this? I'm more than happy to answer those questions. Let me see. Anybody email me any questions? Nobody emailed me a question. Okay, cool. And Tracy Prayer, I got your emails that you sent me earlier this evening. So I'm gonna look at them later. But I got your emails. I got your emails and stuff. So all right. So I hope did we learn anything, people? Let's do this real quick, real quick. Give me 2 or 3 things that you learned tonight for yourself. Give me 2 or 3 things that you learned tonight concerning marketing your notary business. Okay, for that young lady, hold on. I got something for you. And while I'm doing this for her, y'all go ahead on and type that in. Type a couple of things that you learned tonight. Okay. Um, I'm gonna pull something up for you real quick. Let me get this real quick. Switch accounts and do that. Where is it? All right. All right. So hold on. What's a couple of things that y'all feel that y'all learned tonight concerning notary? All right. All right. So, in the chat, Notary Journal. So for you, Sunset, I just put in the chat the Integrity Journal. Okay. This journal, hold on. I don't think it shows on the inside. It doesn't show the inside, but this journal, hold on. I don't know if it's going to allow me to show it but what it does is, okay, there we go. All the signatures for the people you're meeting are on this page. And then when you meet the next person, they'll be on that page. So the link is in the description. The Integrity Journal is a very, very good journal for that. So you have 4 spots. And then you got a little note section, the signatures down here for those 4 people. It's a really, really good journal. I've been using it ever since it came out, ever since I found out about it and stuff. So naturally, you said descriptions on website, know and hold your ground on your state notary laws. Bingo. It said SEO, keep marketing simple and bring value to the customer, and the money will come in this business. You don't need to be pushy, just care. Need to be honest in my focus areas. Better ideas on how to better utilize ChatGPT for my business. Google Business Hack. Excellent. That's what I want. You got to learn something. Got to learn something. That's the whole point of what I do here, is to help you to learn something. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to, none of that. You ain't got to work as hard as I do or as hard as I don't, whatever, however you want to look at it. But what you do have to do is find out how hard and what you need to work for yourself to get what you want out of this here. My man says stand up to the signing companies, even if you get blacklisted. Yep, that is correct. During the time I was here, I heard Q elaborate on Google listing business and how to stretch your marketing by getting out there. Starters, also how Mr. Griffin stands firm on signings. Yeah. It's about pulling money in. So the link is there. We let me do this here. Let me do this. I know I was getting ready to close out, but I need to do this. I need to do this real quick. Okay. So do me a favor. Type in, do you have a video on Notary Journal? Any thoughts on? I'm okay-ish with the electronic journal, but I prefer the paper. I prefer the paper. I did have that Jurat for a while. I had that membership for about 3 years. I just canceled it because I just actually never used it and I forgot all about it. The Integrity Journal, I think there is a YouTube video out there on it. If you search Integrity Journal on YouTube, you should find it. I have not. I know he has one. I most definitely can say that he does. I haven't looked at it in a while. So let's look at this here real quick, y'all. Follow me, okay? Hang in there with me. Hang in there with me. All right. So we know as a notary, notary can do what they call general notary work, okay? In the essence, non-loan closing, okay? We got apostille. Hope I spelled that right. apostilles. Okay, we got loan closings. Okay, these are the things we can do. We got loan closings. Okay, underneath the loan closings, we got refi, we got purchase, we got sellers, we got, we got HELOCs, we got loan mods, we have reverse mortgage, um, we got just simple um, deed signings. Okay, you got estate planning, which encompasses POAs, wills, trust. Okay, can't think. Then you got other stuff. Well, general notary. Under general notary, you can have IRA stuff. You can have just some basic handwritten letters that need to go to a bank or something. You can just have general agreements. Hope I spelled that right. You can have all of these different things that you can do. Okay, these are just some of them. Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the thing. The two things that people are pushing right now, the apostille and estate planning, and primarily because they're nothing like loan closings. Loan closings, there's a little bit more effort. They don't always pay us a fair price. And I admit that. I know that. Okay. Apostille, there's very little printing. Estate planning, very little printing that we have to do. We just pretty much show up, bop, bop, bop. Here's the thing. Whether you're doing apostille and estate planning or general notary work or loan closings, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Do you have enough coming in from these here to help you meet your financial goal? So what we have here is, and I'm just going to use for example, if you want 8,000, if you need $8,000 a month coming into your house, and let's just say you know that, let's just say people have bragged about making $750 for an apostille. 8,000 divided by 750 is 10, meaning you need essentially 11. You need 11 apostilles at $750 in order to pull in gross $8,000 a month. The question is this: is there 10? No, I'm sorry. Is there at least 11 apostilles that you can book per month consistently at $750? If there is, then you do it all day, every day. If it's not, then how do you make up the rest of that money that you need? You need $8,000. How do you get the remaining money that you have not gotten from the 10 or the 11 apostilles at $750? That's the question. The question really is about, how do you make the money you need? You have to set the goal of saying, I need this dollar amount. So what dollar amount do you need? I need $6,000. I need $10,000. It's not about what I want to make. It's about what I need to make to take care of my house, my business, and my household. Now you say, well, you want to make that. There are a lot of people who want to make $30,000 a month. Do you need $30,000 a month? What do you really need to at least pay your bills? Well, I need at least 10. So if you can make at least 10, then you can, after that's taken care of, then you go for the other 20. but you got to make sure you got that, because you can go for what you want, but in striving for what you want versus striving for what you need, just like I want a man in my life. A woman could say, I want a man in my life, dot, dot, dot. But what do you really need? Because that man that you want in your life may not provide you with what you need. That woman that a person wants in their life may not provide them with what they need. So I want direct clients, but that direct client may not provide me with what I need. Okay, come on, somebody, talk to me. So does the client that you have provide you with what you need? So I want to do apostilles. I want to do estate planning. Does it provide you with what you need? If it does, great. If it doesn't, then you got to figure something out. You got to figure something out. And people are getting stuck on not doing certain things. Will I do an apostille? Yes. But logistically, I'm not in a position to where I honestly can do it. I really, really, really can't. What I want to look up. Hold up. Let me check something. And keep asking your questions, everybody. So here's part of the reason why I can't do apostilles. This is the Virginia. Oops. All this pink, they're booked. So today is Friday. They're booked. Okay. Next week, they're already booked. And they're not even doing anything in the afternoon. And they haven't even put up the schedule for those days. So if somebody came to me right now, the only way I can do an apostille is I have to mail it off. But if they need that thing back quicker, I don't have any appointments that I can go up there and get this done. And they are a solid 1 hour, 30 minutes drive from me. And that's with light traffic. So if the people who I get, I can market to do apostille, but if the people that I get, and that's just if I'm going to Virginia, that's not talking about if I got to do apostille and send stuff to North Carolina, this place, that place, this place, that place. I got to send all these documents to all these different locations. And then I got to wait for everything to come back. You see what I'm saying? And my man said he needs 16. So if you got 16, cool. But that's the beauty of business. In this business is that we got so many different variations and different things we can do. Don't make people feel bad about what they do just because you have a course that you're trying to sell. And that's what I see. So all of a sudden, loan closings have dried up for somebody or to a trainer, mentor, coach. And then now all of a sudden they got estate planning courses. All of a sudden they're talking more about general notary. All of a sudden they're talking about going to hospital visits to do POAs. Now they're talking about apostille. But the moment the real estate market starts popping again, they're gonna throw all that aside and tell you, yeah, let's get back into loan closing. They're just floating with, and they got you running back and forth. How can I can't say loan closings is dead when I did 933 of them or 993, and actually probably a little bit more now. I done did that much this year. You see what I'm saying? Over 900 loan closings this year. I had a 20% increase from last year. 823 last year. I got a 20% increase this year. but I thought loan closings was dead. The government is going to do whatever they can to ensure that people are able to buy homes. I just saw two developments being built. No, I'm sorry, three. Three developments being built. It's not that far from me. Now, I'm not going to be able to get in there because they're home builders and they got their own internal stuff. But guess what? Somebody's going to be refinancing. And when they refinance, guess who's going to be there to do it? Me. Because they're going to get online and find somebody who needs a notary in this area. And I'm going to be there to do it. So I may not get into the new construction, which is fine, okay? But talking so much. Throat got dry. And the heat is on. Ooh. There we go. I may not get in on the new construction, but I can do what? The refis when they come. The HELOCs when they come. That's the thing. So, yeah, last year, man. Thank you. Last year, 990 some closings last year in 2024, and then 823 in 2023. So I had a 20% increase from 2023 to 2024 in the amount of closings that I did, as well as the number of closings I did per month. I had a 20% increase. And I do real estate closings. So you can't just go by what these people put out here because they're popular or they've been in the business a long time. This business is very, very fluid, and you have to learn to flow with it. That's all you got to do. Learn how to flow with it and just move with it, shake with it. Okay, this is what I got to do. All right, let me go here to here. Boom, 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 boom. But if you want your business to be very rigid and then that's fine. That's fine. Just know that you're gonna be missing out on stuff. So will I do an apostille? Yes, I've done one. Will I do estate planning? Yes, I got one coming up and I got 3 on Monday. I will do it. I got 4 total this month. I will do an estate planning. Will I do loan closings? Yes. Will I do a reverse mortgage? Yes. Will I do HELOCs? Yes. I will do it all because I'm a notary. But if you got restrictions or you just don't want, or you only want to do things that are high, that pays a high dollar amount, that's fine. But don't get mad at me because I decided to take something that's lower dollar amount. That's my business model and that's what I'm willing to do. And ain't nothing you can do about it. So really, you need to shut your mouth and stop whining about it. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's really where it's at. Because I'm personally sick and tired of notaries getting out here badgering and making other people feel bad about their decision that doesn't affect them. And you cannot prove to me that me taking a $60 order affects you, that I do, is stopping you from getting $150. You can't. And if the rate should be 150 in your area, but the signing company is saying, oh, we can't do it because over there in Virginia, Griff be taking those $60 orders. We just gonna pay everybody 60. That's on them. That's on them. That's a decision that they made. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bingo. Thank you, lady. Mm-hmm. Let me leave that up. Goal, yes. One of my goals that I have is to confirm orders expeditiously because I get so busy sometimes that I will get an order notification, I will get assigned an order, and it might take me 6 hours to do it because I've got so much coming in that I actually forget. So one of my goals this year is to be expeditious in responding to in confirming orders that I get assigned. I want to do it quickly, even if the order isn't till say 2 weeks from now. Go ahead on and confirm it. I've developed a bad habit in not doing that. Has it hurt me with some companies? Probably. I don't know definitively, but that's something personally I want to correct. So I've started doing that and just go ahead on. It's like, okay, let me go on and confirm. Let me go on and confirm. And typically what's been happening is that I'm ready to confirm, but then another order, this come up, that come up. So I said, I gotta not allow anything to stop. That's one goal. Um, my dollar amount goal is still pretty much the same. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think because the goals right now are pretty much the same. Let me get some rest. I'll be fine. And then you say you had a question. Hold on. Oh man, did I miss your question? Okay. Yeah. As I develop other goals, I'll let y'all know. But right now, my number one goal is to be more to streamline, make sure that I answer, that I respond back and book those orders, that I confirm those orders quickly. That's one of the things I need to do because it has bit me in the butt. Um, I would also say one of my goals is to read another goal, reduce the number of back-to-back signings and get a little bit more space because that can wear a person out. Now I'm talking about having a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I would like to try to reduce that, get rid of that altogether, and have more space in between. Not getting double booked. That's another goal because all of those things can affect. And it started off with this Monday, I ended up being double booked. Fortunately, when the guy called to confirm, he said, "Hey, I can't do it at noon. I can do it at 6:30 in the evening." I said, "Bet." So him wanting to change so that opened it up because I have a noon, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then him at 6:30 now. At first it was I had a noon, but I forgot, and then I ended up booking. I ended up putting, accepting the order for noon, so it worked out. So it says we only notarize ink signatures, but how do we handle respond if someone brings you a printed document with electronic signatures and only one person is present? There you go. I mean, decline. That's it. Decline in order. You, the signing companies and title companies aren't going to send nothing like that to us. You might have somebody come off the street with that, but the signing companies are not going to do anything like that. So, I mean, honestly, they're not going to do anything like that. So, if they're bringing us electronic signatures from someone else and asking us to notarize those signatures, no, we can't do that. We can't do that whatsoever. No, we're not. We can't do that. If they signed it electronically, they can re-sign it. Because I had one today where the guy had electronic signature on his document, and they had in a small corner there said sign. So they wanted him to re-sign the document in front of me. So that's what he did. But I wouldn't worry about. I wouldn't. If somebody just handed a document over to me and was like, "Hey, Fred Jones signed this. Can you notarize the signature?" It's like, no, I'm good. Nah, no, I'm not doing that. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not doing that. So, so yeah, you're good. You're good with that. You're good with that. You're good with that. Nah. All right. I think we're good to go, people. Almost 3 hours. I really appreciate y'all time. I'm gonna print these documents out for tomorrow. Get this Ron set up for this guy in Japan. Hopefully, I can get with him and all of that. But yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'll be all right. I will be all right. I'm eating healthier this year. I know I had my molasses cookie, but other than that, I've been eating better. All right. And if I, and the only reason why I'm talking like this, sounding like I'm struggling, because the heat and that dry heat messes with your sinuses sometimes. And me and dry heat don't do good. So, yeah, I really appreciate y'all. So I hope y'all got some value out of this. Um, Thank you very much. Thank you very much for allowing me to share with y'all. Thank you for allowing Q to come on here and share with you. And I pray that y'all look at the replay, get some notes up in a couple of hours. If not tonight in the morning, I will have this, get it all chapterized so it'll be broken up into various chapters so you can just go to different sections to listen to whatever it is you need to listen to. So give me, sorry about that. Here we go. Give me probably till later tonight or tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, I'll get that done. And other than that, thank y'all for hitting the like button. Like Dorinda said, please hit the like button. And y'all have a good one. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.